Hello and welcome to The One Show with Matt Baker.
And Alex Jones. Now, on tonight's show, we have the Christmas collaboration that everybody is talking about.
3 swoonsome gents, their words, not ours, and an international singing sensation.
Oh, yeah, well, listen, we can certainly see what she saw in them, can't we?
Now, let's remind ourselves what they saw in her.
The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big spender, Goldfinger. He's the man with the Midas touch. Diamonds are forever sparkling round my little finger. This is my life.
Oh, please welcome Dame Shirley, Bassey and Blake.
Welcome to you all. Hey, I tell you, there's a lot of velvet on the one show tonight. Yeah. There's a lot of velvet.
Very festive.
Yes.
Ollie Humphrey and Stephen, lovely to see you as well.
Thank you.
It was a very special night, a big celebration, wasn't it? The first night that you met Dame Shirley. Tell us about that.
Well, it was a significant milestone birthday for you, wasn't it? I don't know if we're allowed to say now.
Well, we've got some birthday photos. We've got some birthday photos.
Oh, wow.
That we can
Okay.
see. So, yes, tell us how this all came about, Dame Shirley.
Oh, wow.
Well, it was my 70th birthday, and somebody said, we have a surprise for you.
Yes.
And there was Blake
And it was the boys.
singing happy birthday to me.
We jumped out of the cake, actually.
Well, things certainly progressed from there. And listen, we look forward to you to hearing all about this Christmas song that you're going to be doing a little bit later on. But Christmas hits are probably the last thing on the minds of anybody that's flooded out of their homes at the moment.
Now, back in 2009, we reported from Cockermouth on floods so severe they washed away a bridge. We would have liked to have returned for different reasons, but to paraphrase one of Dame Shirley's songs, history has repeated.
And in Cumbria, the police declare a major incident as the storm...
The army's been called in to evacuate people in Cumbria.
There's been more rain overnight, but the worst is yet to come.
Well, it's the second time in the last 6 years the people of Cockermouth and surrounding Cumbria have suffered the effects of devastating floods. It's amazing to think just a week ago this high street was a river. And so how have the people bounced back? Well, with a food festival. The original Taste of Cumbria Food Festival occurs every summer and was born out of the 2009 floods to help the local community and surrounding villages get back to normal. This time it's been especially organised at Christmas to help them once again. Because of course for the retailers here, just before Christmas, it is the most important time of the year, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. If your business is flooded 3 weeks before Christmas, you know, a lot of the businesses that have been able to trade this weekend wouldn't have had, as you say, that critical Christmas trade.
And what do you think of the festival then?
This is brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant.
Has anybody thought, I've had it with Cockermouth, I'm leaving to somewhere that's higher land?
No.
It may happen again.
It may happen again, yeah. But no, I'm quite happy where I'm at, like.
A lot of the attention's been on the towns and cities that have been flooded out, but the surrounding farmland has really suffered as well.
Even the sheep don't like it. The sheep can cope with cold, you know, but constant wet is not good.
What about the community here?
Oh, brilliant. I actually originally come from Wiltshire, and one of the things I just love about Cumbrians, it's just what people might regard as old-fashioned community spirit. It's lovely.
It's been a really difficult week, but as you can see, everyone's really together.
It's a good idea to see everyone back on their feet here.
A lot of people have come in, and it's amazing how fast they've turned the street around.
We've been running a deal as well people can actually pay to have stuff sent to the flood victims, so we have a box in the back filled with food that's going across them later today.
Well, despite the massive show of support this weekend, there are areas of the region where the worst effects of the floods are still being felt. Kerry-Ann Wild runs the Eden Flood Volunteers Centre in Penrith, where donated food, clothes and other essentials are sent to the most vulnerable areas. Behind you, they're all volunteers, is that right? Taking time off their own job to help out?
Yep, Every one of us, we're all volunteers. No one gets paid to do this. Some of them have been here all last week from 9 in the morning till 9 at night for 7 days.
Well, I'd like to be one of the volunteers for the rest of the day. How can I help?
You can get that van loaded there that needs filling.
And that's going to?
Appleby.
Let's go, let's do it.
Okay.
Just over 40 miles from Cockermouth, Appleby has only just become fully accessible after the main bridge was reopened. So the supplies coming from Penrith should go some way to making Christmas for the people who live and work here just a touch more bearable. So tell me what happened with your business and your property.
My business was flooded to 4 foot height, and I've lost probably 90% of my products.
What's that?
Which is wool and baby wear.
I understand that you've had a few problems with the floods.
I have, yeah. I've
What's
lost
happened?
my business. It's a cafe. I've seen my ladies this morning in here. This is really, really important. There's strong people and weak people, but everyone's pulled together because of those strong people, and I'm really grateful.
Do you know what? I think you're quite a bit stronger than you think you are.
I'm not quite sure about that.
I like it. 2 words spring to mind when I think of the people of Cumbria: positivity and resilience. I have got my Christmas purchases, and this is all going towards getting the people of Cumbria back on their feet for the festive season. Happy Christmas.
Do you know, I think that is a fine example about what is great about
Absolutely.
Britain. People just pull together when they need to, especially at this time of year. And we were just saying, lads, earlier on, you had a near miss, didn't you, in North Wales?
Yeah,
we were with the storm that caused the initial trouble.
Yeah, we were doing a gig in Llandudno, up in North Wales, and the night that we did the gig, the outside area of the theatre was shut down by the police because it had ripped a roof off a garage, and it was unbelievable. You could barely walk in the wind, and that was the storm that went north. And we actually were in Snowdonia the next day, driving through the park, and we nearly got. Well, we were in a 4x4, and we were driving, water coming over the bonnet, and so to be up there in the eye of the storm must have been absolutely terrifying.
Well, Matt was in a nativity play this morning, weren't you?
Well, I was watching one. I wasn't in it.
No, you weren't
I was
in
a bit
it.
old for that.
Watching your daughter's nativity
Yes,
play
my
this
daughter
morning.
up there singing.
And, you know, there's lots of singing in schools at this time of year, Christmas concerts and so forth. But Dame Shirley, you weren't particularly encouraged to sing in school, were you? And you told us this brilliant story.
Hard to believe. What was?
I was in the school choir, and on the first day, I was in the front, and the teacher said, "Bassy, you're a bit loud, you know, go in the second row."
Yeah.
And I did, and I'm still loud, and third row, fourth and fifth. And I couldn't go anywhere else after the fifth row except to go out in the corridor.
Into the corridor.
No.
Which I did. I went out in the corridor, and I was singing from the corridor.
Unbelievable.
So at what point then
Still
did it
loud
all
in the
turn around and you realised, actually, this is what I was meant to do?
I was singing in a workman's club on a Saturday, and because I was like 15, it was a Saturday, and it was the only time I could sing at this club because they allowed the wives to go. Otherwise, it was just men.
Just the men, yeah.
And sitting, having a drink, was a Welshman, and he was putting on a show in London. And he was a talent scout, and he came after the show and he said, you know, I'd love you to come to London to audition for this part in this show that they're putting on. And I said, oh, I don't know, you have to go and talk to my mother. You know. I did, because I thought he was,
Yeah, you're young.
So the next day he turned up, sure enough. And my mother said, yes, she can go to London, but she has to have a chaperone. So I took another 15-year-old friend of mine. 15-year-olds in London.
Not exactly a chaperone.
No. She was hopeless. and then when I got there, I was behind the piano when these two gentlemen came in, the backers of the show. And I had to sing for them, and I wouldn't come from behind the piano. Now I'm nervous. I'm afraid because of being told I was too loud. Go back from the, you know, when I was at the school choir. And so I just sang from behind the piano.
And that was
they could only see my head, yes.
Oh. Well, it was enough,
But
obviously.
that
and
was enough.
And the performances, Dame Shirley, that you've done all over the world. And here at the BBC, I mean, this is your first time here on The One Show.
It is,
but
yes.
You've been on the BBC since the 1960s, and we're just going to have a look at you in a performance. The show of the week, similar to The One Show, back in 1966, with a lot of living to do. When you see that, right off the back of the conversation that you just had about that little girl not frightened to come out of the piano, what do you see when you put the two together like that?
Another woman. I don't. That is not me.
Really? You feel that?
When I'm performing, yes, but at home when I'm sitting in my tracksuit and I'm a couch potato. I watch telly.
Don't spoil it for us, Dame Shirley.
I tell you what, though, those dance moves you just saw there, they come out once in a while when we're singing the Christmas song.
Oh, do they? Surely that tracksuit's got sequins on it and velvet.
No.
Well, listen, a bit of a warning to everybody now, because this next film contains bottles of All Be Joyful, a fire drawing out yet, and some Christmas wishes.
And by the end of the film, we might even know what that means.
Christmas is a time for enjoying some scrumptious food. Whoa, look at that.
For me, as for Nigel Slater, it's all about the leathery tear of endless juicy satsumas, the wafery crunch of a knowing it's bad for you cheese football, and of course a huge turkey dinner full of more disasters than the Christmas episode of EastEnders. Oh.
Thanks, Dot. But following that big turkey dinner, the one thing that makes it complete is a traditional Christmas pudding.
So I've come down to the county of Devon, home of Mock the Week's Andy Parsons, to meet two wonderful ladies who have their own winning Christmas pudding recipe. And they're going to show me how to make it.
Grate the nutmeg in there. Grate the nutmeg? Yeah, you grate the nutmeg. 'Tis some difference to when Mother used to make them and that.
April and June grew up in rural Dartmoor, hence their strong Devonian accents. They were the last of 15 children, and having practically run out of names, their parents named them after the months in which they were born.
So tell us what you've got in there. That smells like...
Well, we've got raisins, we've got sultanas, cherries, nutmeg included, lemon rind. And in a minute I shall put in a little drop of All Be Joyful, which is brandy. I like putting it in me pudding. I don't like setting fire to it Christmas Day. Stir and wish, and I shall wish everybody a very happy Christmas. Do you want to have a wish?
I will. I thought you said, when you said whoosh, I thought you meant whoosh it around.
No, wish.
You mean wish?
W-I-S-H, wish.
Okay.
Right.
I feel like Raymond Blanc here with this wonderful pudding. Look at this, just like my mother used to make as a beautiful, oh la la, yes, oh yes indeed, okay. So, where does it go now?
In the basin.
I'd have thought that was obvious, Raymond. As well as being proud of their Christmas pud, the ladies are also fiercely proud of their Devonian dialect, which they acknowledge is in decline.
Now, in our area, so many what us call newcomers have arrived, and they all talk differently, don't they? So you use your telephone voice and try to talk correctly.
But amongst your big family, you said you were one of 15.
I am.
So amongst all that family, you must have used words because you knew you could be understood.
Yes, but then they came naturally, didn't they? You don't stop and think about it. It's what you grew up saying. And everybody else in the area were the same.
Happily, there are many people trying to keep the traditional Devonian way of speaking very much alive. A local competition was run to find the person with the best Devon dialect. And the current champion is April's son, Titch.
Well, Titch, it's nice and cosy in here.
That fire's drawing out some yet now, mine, isn't it?
It is drawing out some yet. Throwing out some yet.
He's drawing out some yet.
Throwing out some...
Proper now.
Because outside it's not very nice at the moment, is
well,
it?
that old Dartmoor scrawl's coming in now. Looks like there's in here for the afternoon.
So I was going to ask you what you needed to do to win Devonshire Dialect of the Year, but now I don't need to ask you, do I? Because you've just shown me.
Well, I just spoke like fairly natural, like what I do when I'm home about and with me farming friends and stuff, and I didn't try to put on anything. I just spoke like I naturally did.
So as you say, the broad dialect is the way you would normally speak?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I would say so.
So it's still alive and well?
It's still alive and well.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it.
But perhaps more importantly, how is April and June's Christmas pud looking?
Proof of the pudding
Ooh.
is in the eating.
Yes, yes.
So April, June, may I steal a march on you and duly ask what your august pudding should be served with?
Clotted cream we grew up on homemade butter and cream.
Ooh.
Yeah, no problem with cholesterol back in our day.
Hasn't done you any harm.
No, it didn't
No.
do
Shall
us
I
any
put
harm.
yours
on?